Hey everyone, I hope you survived April. It's been quite a month. I did warn you though at the last uh, reading I did for the month of April. I did say it was going to be pretty bumpy, and I don't know about you, but it was pretty bumpy. Seems like for me it was a little stressful. I think the news, it's pretty crazy. Um, Lots of explosive news as I predicted. Anyways, I think next month is going to be much better. So let me go ahead and get into the reading that I'm doing for May. It's currently April 28th. So when I was meditating on May for 2021, that is, what was coming to me was first just like this bright yellow energy. And I don't always see colors first thing, but this was just like such a vibrant yellow. And it seemed very calm in a sense. But what I was really getting from this color when I tuned into the vibration of the color, what I got was that it had to do with proper etiquette and like this sense of calmness, but also almost this sense of pride and almost rubbing things in people's faces a little bit. And I saw a picture of a trophy as well. So there's definitely this sense of pride. But it's all very, very calm and contained and done with proper etiquette. And it's actually almost like a trophy is kind of like it is proper etiquette. So it's like this prideful, proper etiquette that kind of came across as being a little bit indulgent, but still playing by the book. What came up for me after that was female dominance, female empowerment, but like also with this sense of dominance, potentially there. But really, the whole sense of it was that there's like this empowerment of femininity, and there's also like a very motherly quality to this. I actually saw it as a queen, kind of represented as a queen, and there's something about how there's like those toys that stay upright because the bottom of them is weighted, so that if you were to throw it up in the air, it would come back down and land right side up because the bottom would have the weight that would keep it stable so it wouldn't fall over. So there's something about that, and always landing on your feet, and this having to do with this like queen, motherly, feminine type of energy. And overall, just this sense of things being put in their proper place. Just in general for the month of May coming up here. I did see Joe Biden pop up, and I saw him, and it didn't look good for him. There's a sense of defeat, like something wasn't really working out for him. It was like he had his hands over his head, and he was like, like something bad had happened. And when I looked at maybe what this was about, I got that it has to do with his plans not working out, like political plans that he kind of had in place from the very beginning, and he's kind of losing his sense of control, and it's almost like he's being ignored, like he's kind of talking, but it's like he's kind of been defeated, and it's almost like as if he's irrelevant and he's just like talking and people are just kind of talking over him and he's just being ignored, is the general sense that I'm getting. I also got Kamala Harris being much more in the spotlight, and she's like really shining, whereas Joe Biden is kind of just not having as good of a time this month, is basically what I'm getting. When I looked further at what's going on for next month, May, I got in the social realm, there's like a sense of kind of like political correctness going on, and people sort of rubbing that in other people's faces, or like more like this sense of like I win, or like political correctness like is winning, and so those people who feel like their point has been made, they're kind of rubbing it in people's faces a little bit, and it's a little bit indulgent and could potentially be seen as being a little cruel on some level, but ultimately it's kind of like the trophy that I was seeing earlier about the month, and the sense of winning, and having a lot of pride about it. But it could also be very indulgent and like teasing and like ha, like kind of like almost like I'm gonna get you now because of that. And so not necessarily like really cruel, but like an element of kind of like teasing, I guess you could say. I also saw that the month of May is really about people going at their own pace. Again, that like kind of like yellow energy that's kind of like, I think of yellow as kind of being about movement, but at the very same time it's like very like calm and casual, going at your own pace. And I almost got the sense that it's like the world is on vacation. Like everybody's mentality, it's like everybody's on vacation. Everybody's like going to, just do whatever they would do on vacation, less concerned about the daily concerns, less concerned about the world issues, etc., etc. And because of what's been going on in the news, I thought it would be interesting to see what comes up for me with BLM, Black Lives Matter. And so I saw them looking for publicity, definitely like trying to get heard and seen by the world more so than I guess what they have been doing so far, and in a different sort of way. But I'm seeing a lot of their attempts at being heard in the news or by the general public being kind of overpowered by just like this, like the vacation type of energy, where everybody's just kind of in a sense of just amusement and just enjoyment, and also forgiveness, to the point where people aren't really so interested in the political element, even though there's a sense of celebrating the political elements that people have felt like they've won on. It's still like kind of like past that point of fighting for it. I'm not saying people aren't going to be fighting for it. I'm just saying this is like the new energy coming to the table for the month. And I do also see the Black Lives Matter movement also partaking in that energy as well, and really being able to enjoy themselves, or enjoying themselves in self-expression, and it's like almost like a sort of different type of expression, a new form of self-expression from BLM on some level is what I'm getting here. I'm not saying it's going to be completely different, just like energetically it will be just a little a little different. So I'm definitely getting the sense that May is going to be less intense and less serious and much more casual. I wanted to tune into how this energy is going to be affecting people on an energetic level and like your energy body, your light body, whatever you want to call it. I was just seeing people being flooded with just joy. And it's almost like there's like an update for humanity coming in. And it's in the energy of joy. And there's a lot of relief coming to people. And it's a time of resting and healing. Now, the only downside to this is that it's kind of like everything's kind of put on pause in the sense that people can become complacent. And it's like the movement forward isn't necessarily being pushed as hard, but it's also very healthy because everybody needs a time of rest and healing in between. Like, you're up all day doing stuff, you need that sleep to rest and maintain yourself to be able to keep going. And it looks like also just this update of positive energy coming to humanity. This sense of forgiveness and joy. So when I tuned in to ask what is good for the month of May, what I got was it's a good month for healthy competition. And for showing off a little bit, like in a kind of fun sort of way. Also that it's great for casual activities and simple pleasures. Like, I don't know, like I don't really go fishing or anything like that, but like things like going fishing or going golfing or whatever it is people do that are just kind of like casual pastimes, simple pleasures, things of that nature. When I asked what the month of May is bad for, I got that it's not a good month for rushing, for like trying to really get things done. It's actually not a good month for getting things done. Well, what it's really bad for is desperate requirements or any sense of desperation, any sense of really needing something like desperately. It's like it's going to be a really rough month to get something quickly done because everybody else is kind of in vacation mode is the way that I'm seeing it. So sudden changes, not good. Also, like harsh criticism is not really going to be taken too seriously because everybody's kind of just in a different mode, and like the like sharp, harsh criticism, people just aren't going to be into that as much. So I'm seeing it not really working out too great. Not vibing quite well with May. So my advice for May is to take it easy, to enjoy the show, and to find a hobby that you like, and to embrace that hobby, whatever that may be. I just wanted to go over really quick last month and what I saw for last month and how that all played out. So I did say it was going to be a very rocky ride with lots of explosive news, and I didn't even know what type of explosive news that was going to be, but there's definitely a lot of explosive news, lots of gunshots. I heard gunshots twice. I live in Portland, Oregon, and I heard gunshots, and I actually called the police and reported it because it was not just someone doing target practice. It was like rapid gunfire a couple different times. And yeah, there's been tons of police shootings. Shootings, people killing each other, as well as police shooting people, just gang activity. It's just been a crazy month, and the protests have come back for sure. I did say, I know I did say last month in the prediction for April that um, I saw protesting becoming less of a thing and people coming together as a network being more of a thing. And so, yes, in some sense, you could say I was wrong that protesting wasn't going to be a big thing for that month. But considering what happened, it was actually significantly less. Considering all the things that happened, all the different police shooting people and killing people, the amount of protests and riots have actually been pretty minimal considering everything going on and where we're at in history right now. And there has been a much more coming together of people. And of course, I can't even remember his name at the moment, but the police officer, I think Chauvin something, who initially sparked the whole thing, he was found guilty. So, obviously there was a lot less protesting due to that, and there was more like people kind of coming together and that sort of situation going on. So I will say maybe I was exaggerating a little bit when I said there was going to be less protesting and more coming together, because there's kind of more of both, I guess you could say, but depends how you look at it, I guess. I did say that there would be insecurity and chaos in the US, and that is definitely what happened in the US, and that for the month of April it will not be settling down, although I think that May it will start settling down a little bit more. Last month reading, I said that you could sum it up as out with the old, in with the new, and I feel like there is a lot of that going on where people are just demanding that the old ways get fixed. I also was talking about how there's a lot of technology, forward, progressive technology, maybe not progressive in the political sense, but progressive in the sense of futuristic technologies. And I have been hearing a lot about electric vehicle buses, and a lot of electric vehicle news has been popping up. I think people were talking about developing like electric vehicle scooters. It's not like a normal scooter moped thing. I heard about that in Portland, as well as people talking about taking city buses and making them electric. So that definitely did come up. I did say last month, or for the month of April, don't gamble. And I have to say I actually lost some money on Bitcoin myself from kind of gambling myself. So, I didn't take my own advice very well there. And, and Bitcoin kind of crashed a little bit. And it's been, kind of, the stock market has been kind of weird lately too this month. So, last month I was saying I had a vision of it being like a car crash and like tragedy, and so unfortunately that was the case. But what I do see for May coming up here is it's going to be a lot more casual, a lot more calm, things being put in their proper place. So we can look forward to that. And thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not yet. Also, I'm making psychic development courses where I help people tune into their own inherent intuitive abilities through my Patreon page, and I've just been getting to really exciting areas where people are learning to really tune into different things and find things out intuitively. So if you're interested in that, I will leave a link below this video for the Patreon page. Yeah, have a great day.